Good morning, friends. Welcome to Adda 24/7. We are in Achievers MCQ series for BFM, and today's topic is numericals on Forex. Very important topic because Forex numericals roughly you will be getting 2 to 3 numericals in exam, module A. So follow this video till the end. Okay, let's start. See, okay, before going ahead, see here, the registration has been started for CAIIB. So choose your electives very properly. Electives, choose only those which you are comfortable with, where you can score without studying. Here I am giving you an hint. Without studying, if you can score, if you are confident that you will score at least 10 to 15 marks without studying, just going and sitting into the paper, select that elective. Because what happens after that, additional marks you can receive it, you can get it later, but you should have that much confidence of 15% at least. Okay, so that's why I was typically prepared this slide. If you want to select elective, select that only where you are very comfortable. Okay, so yesterday's homework, this was yesterday. Okay, risk associated with a portfolio is always less than the weighted average risk of the individual items in the portfolio due to, means why is the risk for the portfolio lesser than the risk for individual stock. So let's keep it simple. Risk portfolio less than risk individual stock means what? Suppose if I am buying mutual fund, what is the mutual fund? Mutual fund is the portfolio, right? MF. Why is the risk lesser in MF than in individual, let's say Reliance stock? Why is it lesser? The reason being, in mutual funds we have variety of stocks. Whenever we select a portfolio, we don't select with, there's something called as beta value, which is always checked for the portfolio. Beta value means what? If some stock is going with the market, there is another stock which is going against the market. So if tomorrow the whole market falls down, then some stocks of yours will go up. So that's why the risk is diversified. Okay, so what are the options? Diversification of risk, the fact that all the accounts in the portfolio will not behave in unidirectional manner, that is also a point. C, the fact that all risk in all the accounts in a portfolio will not materialize simultaneously. Will not materialize means this point is out of question, because here this risk materialization is applicable for which type of risk? This is known as, this risk is actually known as crystallization risk. Crystallization, okay? Crystallization. This is basically a contingent risk. Okay? Contingent. So this has nothing to do with this portfolio. Contingent risk. Okay? So this has nothing to do with portfolio risk. So C is out. Only A and B remain. So both A and B is the answer. Because diversification of risk is the important part, and that the fact that all accounts in the portfolio will not behave in unidirectional manner. That's what I told about beta value, right? Yeah. Move on. So before going ahead, download Adda 24/7 app on your mobile. In this app, you will be getting all the premium study materials plus live classes, plus ebooks, tests, everything. Whatever you require for clearing JIB and CIB, you will get it over here. Okay. Okay, let's start with the numerical. Say this. This numerical might come to you for 5 marks. 5, okay. So 5 marks. So pay full attention. Okay. What is given? It's a export transaction mentioned. Exports here. Once you immediately understand its export transaction, 2-3 things should be clear in your mind. Number one. See here. What do I do? Buy or sell? Currency. See here, we are always dealing in currency whenever we solve any numerical. We are not dealing with goods. So currency, what will I do? Do I buy or do I sell in export? So remember this. That's why first point, and I hinted it, it should be buy. Okay. Export means buy. I'll write it over here. Export means buy. and import means sell. Import means sell. So this is the basic point which you need to focus on always. Okay. So firstly decide buy or sell. Okay. Then second point which you have to decide is forward points. Forward points. Okay. And last part which you have to decide is, that is, I'll write it over here because I'll leave some gap over here for forward points. And last part is TT margin, or some books call it exchange margin, anything. Okay, exchange TT, same one and the same thing. So the question is, export transaction is given, spot rate is given 45.5055. Now when I say 45.5055, it means actually 45.50 and 45.55. This is the meaning of this. Okay, this 45 is not written every time. So 5055. Okay, so what does this mean? Whenever anything is to the left, look at this. This left is always for buy. Okay, and this right is always for sell. Always remember this. Left side is always for buy and right side is always for sell. Got it? So the rate is what? 45.50 or 45.55. But which one will I take now? Because export transaction. Export means, what did I say? First we must focus on, type in the comment section, which one will I take? 45.50 or 55? Which will I take? Everyone? Type fast in the comment section. 50 or 55? Yes, yeah, it is 50, obviously 50, isn't it? Because I am doing a buy transaction. So now let's focus on forward points. Second step. Okay, now your rate is decided. Buy or sell? Buy is decided. So this is your rate. Now focus on forward points. Okay, what is given? 1 month forward is given as 35.40. 2 month is given as 55.60. 3 month is given as 85.90. Okay, transit period is given as 0 days. What does this mean? Transit period is given as 0 days. This is a twist in this problem. Okay, when transit period equals to 0 days, okay, transit period equals to 0, it means transit equals to 0. It means there is no bill rate. No bill rate involved. Everything is TT rate only, spot. Okay, so everything is spot rate over here. No bill rate. Why? Because transit is 0. If the transit would have been there, see here, how does this transaction move actually? Okay, yeah, before going ahead, subscribe to Officers Adda 24/7 YouTube channel. In this channel, you will be getting all the latest updates on JIB and CAIIB, number 1. And number 2, you will be getting very important point, free YouTube series on all the subjects of JIB and CAIIB. So that's why click on the bell icon, subscribe to the channel immediately. Okay, now let's move to the problem. Yeah, so transit is 0 means what? Here it means that if my goods are moving from here to here from any point, okay, so the transit point is 0. They are immediately moving on the same day only. It can happen. If the countries are very nearby, they can reach within 1 day, isn't it? So if this is the case, when transit is 0, you don't have any bill rate. Bill rate is always in forward. So bill rate is cancelled over here. Now what I have to find? I have to find TT rate or spot rate now. Okay, so only spot will be considered over here. So what is the rate now? Let's look at it. Okay, before that, let me explain something about forward points, because what happens, even in this problem it's not there, even though, but regarding forward points, always remember, when the right side of this currency, let me write it over here, forward points, I'll write it separately over here, forward points, okay. So what does it mean? When the right side over here is big, when the left side is small, okay, it means what? My sell side is big, then the currency is in premium, and vice versa. When the left side is big, and right side is small, the currency is in discount. Why did I mention this? What's the use of this here? Whenever the currency is in premium, you have to add to the spot rate, spot plus whatever the forward points are there. Whenever it's in the discount, you have to subtract it, spot minus whatever the forward points are. Okay, so this is the way, this is the importance of forward point. But in this case, our case, there is no forward point, so it is 0 over here. In our case equals to 0. So what will I take? I'll take the rate same as that of the spot. What is the spot rate? 45.50. I'll take 45.50 over here. So my rate is same, 45.50. But is my problem over now? No, not up till now. Why? Because third step is remaining. What is this third step? TT margin. What about the TT margins? Here the TT margin rule is, whenever I am buying, I will subtract the TT margin, and whenever I sell, I'll add the TT margin. Remember this basic. Whenever I am buying, I'll subtract the TT margin. Whenever I am selling, I'll add the TT margin, right? But what to do? How to do this? That's again a difficult part. So how to, whether I should add or subtract, that's a separate part. But what is the TT margin? This TT margin is given in percentages, and I want it in rupees or dollars, whatever that currency is, right? So how to do this? So what we do to find the TT margin or exchange margin, what we do? First we multiply this TT margin. Okay, first we multiply the rate which we have got here. In this problem there was no forward rate, that's why whatever spot rate is there, you have got it. So rate into what is the margin given? 0.2%, right? 0.2%, right? Isn't it? Let's see. So this 0.2%. So if this is my TT margin and this is my rate, I'll multiply this. So what is the answer now? Everyone try this. What is the answer you are getting? Everyone, let me see. Bring the calcs in. Exams are just 2 months away. Okay, bring the calcs in immediately. Yeah, so what is the rate? Yeah, 45.5 into what is it? 0.2%. So 0.002 directly make it here. Try to reduce the number of steps. Okay, so 45.5 into 0.091. Correct? Is it 45.5? Yeah, see this buy. Okay, spot rate. So that's why you have to cross check in exam every time when you do something, because there are chances that you go wrong even after practice. Okay, so is this 45.5 correct? Yes. Why? Because spot. Is there no forward? No. Why? Because its transit is 0, right? So now find the answer. It is 0.091, I think so. 0.091. Why? How did I get it? Rate was 45.5 into 0.2%. Percent means upon 100. Always remember this. Okay. Now what will I do with this TT? Should I add to this or should I subtract to this? Tell me now. Should I add this TT or should I subtract this TT? Okay. What am I doing now? Am I doing a buy or sell? Everyone, am I doing buy or am I doing sell? Who can tell me? Am I doing a buy or sell? Who can tell me? I am doing buy. So in buy, what did I tell you? We have to add or subtract? We have to subtract, minus. So now what will I do? I'll minus this 45.5 minus 0.091. Now divide this. Subtract this. So what are you getting now? 45.5. Do it yourself, everyone. So it is, what are you getting? 45.409, right? 45.409 you are getting. So is this the final rate? Yes or no? Yes, this is the final rate. Okay, so always remember in exam, if see here, whatever is given, you have to follow these 3 steps. First, decide whether the currency is to be bought or sold. Second, decide on the forward points, and third, decide on the TT margin. If this transit period would have been 10 days, let's say, I'll give you an example. If this would have been 10 days, then what would have happened? In that case, what will I do is, say this. Shall I do it separately? Because otherwise you'll get confused over here. Let's say 10 days over here. See this. This is always the spot. Okay. And from here 10 days. So 10 days come in between 1 month. So 0 and 30 days. It comes between this. So 10 days will be here somewhere. So in that case, what will I do? I'll use buy low, sell high maxim. Buy low, sell high. Okay. This is called as maxim. Okay. Buy low, sell high means I'll have to buy at a lower rate and sell at a higher rate. Okay. So here I am buying. So what will I do? I'll 45.5 over here. Then I'll find the rate after 30 days also. And this rate I'll compare it. And whichever is lower, I'll use the rate over here. After that I'll be using the TT margin. But that when this is when there is a transit period of 10 days. 10 days T. Okay, transit. But now in our case nothing is there. So that's why what will we do? We'll cancel all this part. And our final rate is this much, 45.409. Okay. Everyone got this? Shall I revise this? Okay. Shall I revise the same problem? Because very important one. You need to understand the basics. Okay. Okay. Firstly, understand whenever we solve the problem, first decide whether you have to, there are 3 steps basically in any forex problem. Number 1, decide you have to buy or sell. Number 2, decide the forward points. Number 3, decide the TT margin. These are the 3 steps which you have to follow. So in our case, it was the export transaction. Export means simply buy. Okay. Whenever there is an export transaction, we have to buy. Whenever it's an import, we have to sell. So we took this rate 45.50. Then second point was forward points. But forward point did not exist over here because transit period was 0. So as this transit period is 0, that's why what happens? My bill rate, there is no bill rate as such in that case. Because bill rate means what? Bill rate means I am doing something for the future. I am taking the risk. Here I am not taking the risk anything. It's just a spot transaction. Okay. So bill rate doesn't exist, but spot rate does exist. So 45.50 is the spot rate over here. Okay. So done. This is what I have taken. Forward is 0. Now TT margin. TT margin is what? Whenever I am buying, I'll subtract it. So for export, I will always subtract it. And for import, I'll always add it. Okay. So this is the way we did it. So it's as simple now. Calculations are hardly matter, isn't it? If you know the basic process, calculations hardly matter. Yeah. Now one for your homework. It is a simple question. Let's see. A banking company can acquire shares in a company as pledge, mortgagee, assignee, etc. Subject to which of the following ceiling? Means what is the ceiling for this? How much can the banking company acquire the shares in any company? Not exceeding 30% of the capital of the bank or 30% of the capital of the company, whichever is higher. Not exceeding 30% of the reserves of the bank or 30% of the capital of the company, whichever is lower. Not exceeding 30% of the paid up capital or and reserves of the bank or 30% of the capital of the company, whichever is lower, and 30% of the capital of the company. So A, B, C and D, this is what you have to choose. So try it yourself. Okay, answer is simple. Okay, I'll answer this tomorrow in our next session. Before going, look at this. The batch has just now started. CAIIB selection batch. Exams are nearing in June. Just 2 months now. April, May, right? So join this batch ASAP. We are covering all the 4 subjects. Numericals, objective questions, case studies, everything is covered. 80% discount is going on. Double validity on Mahapacks. What are Mahapacks? Mahapacks means basically 15 plus batches per subject. Everyone like the video? Everyone, have you understood the problem first? Type yes in the comment section. Have you understood the problem? That's important. Okay. Kindly like the video. Click on the bell icon. Okay. I'll show you how to get this. Use this code Y432. Okay. That will give you huge discounts. Okay. Let's go to Adda 24/7 live. So this you are on Adda 24/7 now. Okay. Now Go to JIB and CIB front page. See this. Go to JIB and CIB. Click on CIB 23. You'll see the batches. See this batch. Just now started. Okay. Selection batch. CIB new selection batch. April 3rd. Just now. So click on this. Okay. Got it? You'll see the details over here. Details means what are the dates, what are the timings, what are the study plans. Everything is mentioned over here. Okay. So go for it, and importantly, let's come to the fees part. Fees part 5279. Click on more offers. Put the code Y432. Click on apply. Look at this, 4799. 23999 reduces to 4799. Such a huge discount you are getting. In fact, I would suggest you should go for Mahapack. In Mahapack, you are getting 15 plus batches per subject. Okay. Let me show you Mahapack also. See this. Go on JIB CIB again. Click on JIB CIB Mahapack. Click on CIB ka Mahapack. See this, CIB ka Mahapack. Okay. Clicked. You'll see the details. Okay. All the details means 15 plus batches for ABM, BFM, ABFM, BRBL. Then ebooks are available, tests are available. You can read this. Okay. Let's come to the fees part again. Fees part, see this, 7699 after discount, 78% off. But again click on more offers. Put the code Y432. Never forget this code, because this code is giving you the maximum offers. Click on apply. See this. Now 80% off you are getting. 34999 reduces to 6999.80. Such a huge discount you are getting. So go for this immediately. This Mahapack will be 15 plus batches per subject. Validity is 12 months. Okay, I'll be back tomorrow with another series. Till then, bye. But keep studying and do join the batches ASAP, because discounts are on, exams are near.